Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Rita's Book Club. On this episode, I'm reviewing Delilah Green Doesn't Care by Ashley Herring Blake. This is the first book of the Bright Falls trilogy, and I've seen so many reviews about it on Instagram that I was super curious to read it. It took me a while to get my hands on the physical book, but it finally happened. Delilah Green swore she would never go back to Bright Falls. Nothing is there for her but memories of a lonely childhood where she was little more than a burden to her cold and distant stepfamily. Her life is in New York, with her photography career finally gaining some steam and her bed never empty. It's a different woman every night, but that's just fine with her. When Delilah's estranged stepsister, Astrid, pressures her into photographing her wedding with a guilt trip and a 5-figure check, Delilah finds herself back in the god-forsaken town that she used to call home. She plans to breeze in and out, but then she sees Claire Sutherland, one of Astrid's stuck-up besties, and decides that maybe there's some fun and a little retribution to be had in Bright Falls. Having raised her 11-year-old daughter mostly on her own while dealing with her unreliable ex and running a bookstore, Claire Sutherland depends upon a life without surprises. And Delilah Green is an unwelcome one at first. Although they have known each other for years, they don't really know each other. So Claire is unsettled when Delilah figures out exactly what buttons to push. When they are first together during a gauntlet of wedding preparations, including a plot to save Astrid from her horrible fiancé, Claire isn't sure she has the strength to resist Delilah's charms. Even worse, she's starting to think that she doesn't want to. I absolutely adored this book. It was so funny and romantic, but also a nod to friendship and sisterhood. I was obsessed with the characters, and I just wanted to be included in their friends group or just to be a fly on the wall and watch them all interact. Delilah was just one of my faves. She went through so much in life, especially as a kid, and it made her feel lonely, unwanted, and like she didn't fit in the world of her stepfamily. She got out as soon as she could and found her place in the world as a photographer in New York. I really loved that after going to Bright Falls, she was able to find her people in the most unexpected place for her. She found Claire as a friend and a partner, Astrid as a real sister, after some heartfelt conversations about their past, and Harry's as a crazy friend. She even found Ruby and was able to identify with her on a deeper level. It was so good to finally see her truly be happy. And sweet Claire, she also went through so much in life and had to grow up real quickly to raise her daughter Ruby, but she was able to stay true to herself and her friends. She had her own business and tried to evolve it to fit into the more modern world she lived in, but also to fit her personality. She was such a strong woman, and I really admired her and how she even dealt with Josh, her ex, and how unreliable he was before. It was really magical to see her go through the motions of this newfound relationship with Josh as co-parents. Of course, it makes perfect sense how these two fit perfectly together. I really loved how their relationship developed and all the tension between them before they acted on it. They were doomed to be together from the first moment Claire approached Delilah in the bar. I really loved their moments and how they understood each other right away. They were able to know what the other needed with just one look or just one touch. I couldn't do this review without mentioning Delilah and Astrid's relationship. What a punch in the gut. Since they were kids, they were looking for the same thing, a real family. And unfortunately, they weren't the best at communicating that, and only after reuniting in Bright Falls, they were able to see that they both wanted the other in their lives. Their real and honest conversations by the end of the book were truly heartwarming, and I was so happy they were able to form a tentative and beautiful relationship. And of course, I have to give a shout out to Iris. I absolutely loved her and how chaotic and honest she was. She loved her friends and would do anything for them, even punch her friend's ex on the nose. She wasn't afraid to speak up for herself or her friends, and I thought that was really amazing. By the way, I loved how different the relationship trio between Astrid, Iris, and Claire was, and how perfect they were together, even better when Delilah joined them. Honestly, I'm just so excited to read the second book focused on Astrid's own love story, and I can't wait for it. As always, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at Rita's Book Club for more content. Thanks for watching, and see you next week. Happy readings!